fans, and we are live for AFCON 2026. And there's a lot of action. From game week one, we had the 6-0 smashing from Zambia to Egypt and other records that we'll be talking about. And before you start off, make sure you subscribe, like, share, and we'll start off with that. Mhm.
Welcome to Football Overseas, your favorite sports hub where passion meets sports. Whether it's club football, international tournaments, or global leagues, we bring every game, every story, every debate straight to you. During the international break, every continent comes alive on our channel, Eurovision, all things Europe, Nations League, Euros, FIFA WC qualifiers. Goal Plus Africa, Africa's Heartbeat, AFCON, CHAN, COSAFA Cup, FIFA WC qualifiers. Libertadores Vision, South America Uncovered, Copa Libertadores, Copa America, WC qualifiers. Silk Dynasty, Asia Spotlight, Asian Cup, WC qualifiers. Harambee Stars Unleashed, everything about Kenya's national team. When club football dominates, we go deeper, United Frontline, the ultimate Man United fan experience. Echoes of Anfield, Liverpool like you've never seen it. House of Galacticos, Real Madrid Uncovered. Premier League Game Month Show, Stats, Analysis, Insights every 4 game weeks. Champions Crystal Ball, UEFA Tournaments, Club World Cup, Super Cup Predictions. Final Whistle Debate Show, the hottest sports topics debated by experts, every 6 weeks. Deal Paranoia, transfer window coverage you can't miss. And for weekly predictions? We cover everything, Premier League, Championship, FA Cup, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, League One, DStv Premiership, T20 Cricket, F1, Women's Super League, international tournaments, and much more. Why subscribe? Because we don't just show games, we predict, analyze, debate, and break the stories that matter. From transfers to tactical battles, from managerial appointments to live watch-alongs, Football Overseas gives you the edge no other channel does. This is your hub for global sports, where every match counts, every opinion matters, and every fan belongs. Subscribe, join the debate, and fuel your passion. The game does.
Yeah, and as it says, the game does it right, and neither should you. The Football Overseas YouTube channel, and my name is Kyle, the founder of this channel. This channel began in 2019, and we are live for women's game week 20 game week 2 of AFCON 2026. This women's AFCON double qualifiers for 2027 World Cup. Yeah. So it is a double tournament, double highlights, double goals, double glamour, because every team wants to be the 4 teams that are heading automatically to the final, to the Women's World Cup 2027. They want to automatically qualify as those 4 teams, and they don't want to go to play-ins. Yeah, big up, big up to Annie. Yeah, big up to Annie, and we are live. Live. Let me even put a link here, and then yeah, we can begin with the first. Wait, let me confirm. Yeah, we can begin with the first story. Obviously, this is the first game, second game. This is the third game. Morocco versus Algeria. A hot game that is coming up, and a game that has where both teams have won. Two Both teams are on. Let me where I can put. Oh, he said he's at work, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, it's okay, Annie. He's at work. So let me put in the chat. Who are you backing? Morocco, Algeria, or Grow? Yeah, so yeah, Morocco heads into this game after smashing Kenya, giving Kenya a smacking, 4-0 smacking. Last time Morocco played Kenya, it was a 5-0, 5-1 game, and Morocco had to discipline Kenya again, and sadly it was a 4-0 game. Same thing, same shit, and the same issue. Algeria, Algeria gave people a shock. Not everyone expected Algeria to beat Senegal 2-0. That was an upset win, and Senegal began the game off with a bad note. So, so who are you guys backing between Morocco and Algeria? Because Morocco is a are the host of this AFCON 2026. They hosted the last AFCON, and Morocco reached the final. Algeria didn't. So in this game, I'm going for a Morocco win 2-1. I think Morocco has it in them to beat Algeria, I I think Morocco has too much quality overboard to beat Algeria. They have team players that are playing for good quality teams out there in the women's world, and there's no reason why Morocco shouldn't beat Algeria. My prediction for this could be 2-1 win for Morocco to beat Algeria, and yeah, with the win of Morocco beating Algeria, where does it place them on the table? Obviously, heading to this game, Morocco is first place, 4-0, 4 goals difference. They are facing against second place, runners up Algeria, 2 points, 2 GD. This is a game between first and second. So Morocco wins, Morocco advances to the knockout stage, quarterfinal stage, and that's one round away from qualifying for FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. Yes. If Algeria wins, Algeria will be one stage away from qualifying for Women's World Cup 2027. So, for both teams, it is a must win game so that, number one, so that third game they can rest the players. Number two, so that they don't have to play catch up as well. And number three, so that they can also be able to end the group stage on a good form. Obviously, Morocco wants to win because they started with a high scoring form, 4-0. That's a sentiment win. And Algeria wants to win because so that they can show that the win against Senegal wasn't just a fluke as well. We have vote in the poll who we are backing between Morocco and Algeria. Vote in the poll so that I can see who we are backing. And yeah, we move on to the next thing. Next thing is Senegal versus Kenya. Let me see what does the poll say about Morocco versus Algeria. Uh-huh. It's still at 0.000% for the poll, and yeah. So Senegal versus my nation, Kenya. Kenya was marked by Morocco athlete for Kenya. Kenya should have performed better. I was actually disappointed watching that match. I thought I knew yes we were going to get beaten by Morocco, but I thought we will have gotten beaten by Morocco by a respectful scoreline, not 4-0. But I saw halftime it was 3-0, and I saw that we had a poor start to the AFCON, and but qualifying to the returning back to the AFCON is a good achievement, but that start to the AFCON was horrible. Horrible. AFCON. Halftime, I was seeing us down 3-0, and I was already vexed out. I even switched off the television, and I was like, this is annoying to watch. Senegal also had a poor start to the AFCON, and for the start to the AFCON, they finished. Yeah, for the start to the AFCON, they lost to Algeria 2-0, and it was a shock, a shock to the system, and Senegal will want to come back into this game, and obviously that's why the stream was created, and that's why I said in the stream, Kenya must respond. It is a must win. It is a must respond. Either Kenya wins or Kenya packs it back to go home. Yeah, go. Kenya loses both games. Kenya is pack it back to go home, and not a good sight for Kenya. Yeah. So both teams that must win. Senegal must win so that they can go through. They can have a fighting chance in the third in game 3. Must win have a fighting chance in game 3. Otherwise, if either of the two teams lose, they'll they have already packed the bags to go home because one two teams, one of Morocco and each other, and yeah, they'll beat each other. So for Senegal versus Kenya, they either have to hope for Morocco versus Algeria to be a draw, or just do their duty, and that's how it's possible. But a favorable result will be a draw in Senegal versus Kenya and Morocco versus Algeria to be a draw. But again, that favorable result isn't favorable for now for neutral fans who are watching the games. So yeah. Mm, next game is South Africa versus Ivory Coast. By East African brothers did me proud by beating South Africa. My East African brothers did me proud. My East African brothers beat South Africa 2-1. They humbled South Africa. I remember I was doing the tournament preview, and someone and a South African fan told me that South Africa will win, will 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 still back the trophy for women's AFCON. And I was like, I see you guys start struggling in both men and women for the in the future. And I was right. That start to Tanzania was horrendous. And Tanzania again played good football. And so for that start, it is third place hosting second place in Morocco. And no, sorry, for South Africa versus Ivory Coast, it is top of the table visiting. South Africa is third place after losing to Tanzania 2-1. Ivory Coast, Ivory Coast, the way they disciplined. Burkina Faso were, you might, at one point you might even feel bad for Burkina Faso because that's reduced. Let me even check. Yeah, Ivory Coast beat Burkina Faso 1. 10 men. Burkina Faso was beaten by Ivory Coast 4-1, and that was a statement win. Statement win. And yeah, to be honest, I think that is a strong win. And I'm sorry to my East African, to South Africa, but I think you're going to lose. And I know this game, you're looking to come back and get grow by a miracle. But if last game a team smashed a 10-man team 4-1, and you lost to Tanzania 2-1, that is a statement. And that's something you cannot come back from. And South Africa, you're playing against a high confidence Ivory Coast team. So I think South Africa will lose 2-1 to Ivory Coast, and why not? Unless there's something that can prove to me that South Africa can get a draw against Ivory Coast, could win against Ivory Coast. The only thing that changed that is Ivory Coast getting to 10 men. Apart from that, oh yeah, Ivory Coast having just a bad day. But I doubt Ivory Coast will have a bad day enough to turn that around. But I think Ivory Coast is through to the next round. Is through to the next stage. With a win takes this take South Africa takes African football. Yeah. Now, Adlo, see, will have to make, will have to have a, they're not get you some points, some goals, yeah, but it will be harder though. Next one is Burkina Faso versus Tanzania. 10 men lost to Tanzania 4-1. No, 10 men Burkina Faso lost to Ivory Coast 4-1. And that could have been a close game. I actually thought that could have been a close game. I thought it could have been a draw because of how the men are. That could be the same for the men. Like I was wrong about that. Burkina Faso is playing against the Tanzanian side who beat and shocks the world by beating South Africa 2-1. I know Tanzania is known to be a giant killer, especially they did that in AFCON qualifiers. They beat Ivory Coast before, and they shocked the world in AFCON by beating in AFCON by beating South Africa. So I think in this game, they can shock the world again and get a draw. I know Tanzania heads into this game as underdogs, very much underdogs, and I'll not underrate Tanzania, and again, but I'll not overrate Tanzania by saying, oh, because Tanzania won last week, I'm backing Tanzania to beat Burkina Faso. No, 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 no. I'm still respecting Burkina Faso's favoritism, and I'm going to go for a draw of 1-1 in this game. Next game is Group C, GAMEWEEK 2, Egypt versus Malawi. Egypt, you should be embarrassed of yourself. After that performance against Malawi, against Zambia, you should have just packed your bags and then said, we're not coming for this tournament, we're not coming for GAMEWEEK 2, but so how do you lose 6-0? I had to even check to double check whether I'm right. Even right now, I'm double checking whether I'm right. Whether there's any red cards. There's no red cards. You are 11 men. 11 men. Egypt side to fear. If it was a man, that would have been a protest. But surely, surely, I know Zambia is a side that can cause troubles for Egypt. But Egypt, you have always been losing 1-0. You lost twice to Zambia 1-0 before, but 6-0. What went wrong? We want to know what went wrong in that night. Yeah, because all of us, I bet, let not pretend, all of us, 90% of us predicted Egypt to beat Zambia. Because we looked at Egypt, we looked at Zambia and said, Egypt can beat Zambia, come on, surely. But we were shocked. Egypt surprised us all. Egypt shocked us all by beating Zambia, by losing to Zambia 6-0. Yeah. So when when Egypt is playing against a Malawi side that shocked Nigeria, and again Malawi had a lady who was just on good form. That lady scored a hat trick. That lady said, "That second half performance is mine. I'll take the I'll take the MVP. I'll take the woman of the match. I'll I myself will be the reason why my team gets 3 points." And that lady was determined, and she took the 3 goals and she took the 3 points away from Nigeria. And that was a Malawian lady. That lady should be given her flowers. She did well for her nation, and she made Malawians proud. Obviously, Malawi is playing against Egypt. I'm backing Malawi to beat Egypt 2-1. I think after that master stroke, there's no way. I think Egypt is heading home. In terms of morale is obviously down, down, down. I know Egypt wants to come back, but it can come back from 3-0 and make a comeback in the next game. But 6-0, that's a morale that is knocked down to the point of saying of depression. Yes. Now, yeah, and I think Malawi has too much confidence. They are highly confident, especially after beating one of the big dogs, Nigeria. We know Nigeria has been a fading big dog, but they have beaten one of the big dogs in football, that is Nigeria, and it has boosted their morale. So this is a game of mentality, and one state wants to come back, one state wants to ride on that high morale, and one state wants and that Malawi wants to capitalize on Egypt's low morale. Egypt wants to capitalize on Malawi ego and boosted morale, because that means Malawi will play sloppy football, will play careless football, and they can get 3 points. But Egypt cannot lose again. If Egypt loses again, that is trouble. That's it for them. and I cannot see any possible way of Egypt losing again. If that it does, then it's going to be disappointing. Yeah. But I'm going to talk Nigeria versus Zambia. Now, this is a nation where I predicted Nigeria to beat Malawi 2-1. I said it was going to be 2-1. Nigeria shocked me, disappointed me, and it disappointed its nation. They let Malawi go toe to toe with them. Malawi, there was just a better team towards the end, but Nigeria let Malawi go toe to toe with them. When a defending champion, Nigeria should have set the dominance. Nigeria should have done better in that match. I actually thought Nigeria was an AFCON was an AFCON competitor, but and not a defending champion. That's not how a defending champion plays. Nigeria defending champion plays with confidence, plays with they are in a tournament with confidence and with assertion to say that I am still the best team. Season's tournament win wasn't a fluke. I'm still the best team, and I'm here to dominate this tournament again. You, you cannot go let Malawi go toe to toe with you. And Zambia, I know Zambia will have a lot of ego, but I think Nigeria is upset that Malawi toe to toe with them, and I think Zambia is in for a rough. It's time for Zambia to be put in its place. They lose to Nigeria 2-1. Yeah, Nigeria was smashing Zambia, and it is highly. But Nigeria needs a comeback win. They need a win to show to their fans that we are sorry for disappointing you by losing to Malawi. We are sorry for letting Malawi go toe to toe with us. We are sorry for conceding to that. We need a better performance to show you guys because you deserve better, and Nigerians you deserve better. Zambia will be on high morale. Zambia will not want to lose this game. Zambia will want to win or get a draw, at least minimum a draw. Maximum they want a win. They don't want to lose because a loss will mean third round they'll have to fight for a draw. Yeah, but yeah. So I think that's it for next game is last game that we're covering. Ghana versus Cameroon. Ghana beat Cape Verde 10 men. Is it 10 men Cape Verde or something like that? Ghana beat 10 men Cape Verde. Let me check. Yeah, 2-0. Cape Verde, that was an okay start. Their first year against the Cameroon side that beat Malawi 2-1. And what can I say? This prediction, I'm going to go for 2-1 prediction for Ghana to beat Cameroon 2-1. I see Ghana as a better quality side. Last prediction for Malawi versus Cabo Verde. I know Cabo Verde is missing one player for this game, and I'm going for 2-1 prediction for Cabo Verde. Apart from that, I think we can make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the stream, and before I start and off, let me see, could there be any potential person that could be free? Yeah, so make sure you subscribe, like, share, and where's my code? Yeah, hit the subscribe, scan the code up there. Make sure you scan the code up there to subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of content coming up. We are back with scoreline predictions. We are back with a lot of predictions. And welcome to 2026-2027 summer season, no season. And pre-season is about to end. Everything is about to end. And I don't know where to put the redirect button. Oh, okay. Yeah, so apart from that, I think I'll let it end here. I'll end here and I'll let it done. Let it in and yeah, see you guys for the next stream. That is tomorrow. Yeah.
Thanks for watching Football Overseas. We're thrilled you joined us for today's action and analysis. If you enjoyed the stream, smash that like button, share with your football family, and subscribe to never miss a moment. Stay connected with us, Instagram at Foyt2019. X at Kyle44323945. Facebook, Football Overseas and Football for Life Show. TikTok, FO_NextGen_SportShub. Catch all your favorite shows, Premier League Game Month Show, Champions Crystal Ball, Goal Plus Africa, Eurovision, Libertadores Vision, United Frontline, Harambee